Wednesday, January 11th, and we're going to do another listing show. So, currently for this month, I've listed 39 items for gross value $2,300. Half of that will probably be about net. For the end of the day, I should be at 3,000. Not going to make that, but that's okay. We're still doing good. And yeah, so I'll do that for an hour. And for tomorrow, we'll see how it goes. I actually have to return my equipment to my old work, which includes my second monitor, which I'm using. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but we'll see. So today I went thrifting. Tuesdays are one of my favorite days actually for thrifting, and it was okay today. It wasn't smashing day. Some of the stuff I picked up today, I'm going to list today. And one of the things that I'm going to show is I picked up these little fairies today. Bada bing, and bada boom. And I just kind of want to show some of the dangers you can get into. So first off, hey Tommy, thanks for coming in. And as always, I just like to start with showing what I sold. Yesterday I listed that AKAI stereo equipment for 400 and actually sold today for 400 American plus shipping. So I hold on to that for 3 years. I bought that for 80 Canadian. 3 years sitting on my wall. One day listed, but not perfect. And I'm just gonna make the screen a little bigger. So I just hey Bluegrass. So I just want to show that we all make mistakes. So here are the dolls that I was showing. And oh look, they sell for $79, 74. I got a baggie them, I paid $4.99. That's pretty good. But look, there's two types. Hey Tracy, there's two types of dolls. And see, these dolls all have the fancy wings. Mine don't have the fancy wings. And there's the plain ones. So, but I'm still glad I picked these up, even though only one of the dolls has fancy wings, because now I know. And I know that they have enough value that if you can get them cheap enough, even without the shoes, it's still worth it if you can find a baggie of them. So no loss there. And back. Okay, so the other thing I did is the only thing I really collect is Choose Your Own Adventure books because it's fun, and Toy Soldiers. These are all vintage, and I was very happy to find these. I'm not sure if there's value in there. Kind of saving it as a treat for myself after the show. So we're going to start, and start with this guy. So this is new in box. Now, this is another one of those things I find very annoying to tell if it actually is being resealed. I don't think so. His eye moves. And the thing that cracked me up is his name is Talking Jail Time Carl. So he's my little buddy. So we'll start with that. And like when I push him, he doesn't do anything. So obviously I'm going to disclose that. Get rid of all these dolls for later. Bloop. And boop and boop. Okay. So this big guy here. Really dusty too, so I don't know where he was. It's kind of freaky. His eyes move back and forth. Okay, so it's all good. So that's definitely him. See that? Freaky man. So unfortunately, I got an email this morning. A teacup didn't make it. The annoying thing was that they had accepted delivery just under 30 days ago. And they said, oh, well, I wasn't here when it was delivered. And it's like, so you ordered, so all I'm thinking in my head is like, you ordered a teacup and it sat around for a month and then it broke. And I overbox. Now, I'm not saying it wasn't broken on transit or wherever it was sitting. It's just annoying. And I think that's one of the things with business is you have to be able to let that go. I tell my wife, she gets really upset, and I have to live through her upset because there's not much you can do. Otherwise, it's just he said, she said. And it's part of business, but it still sucks. Okay, blah, 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 blah. So I actually might list this one as used. I believe it is still sealed. Batteries are probably dead. Very dusty packaging with there we go. Okay, good. So the question with these items is how much to ask. Because when it's kind of new, but it's not really new. And I'm actually going to weigh this one. Yeah, and this one's a heavier one. Oh, what is that on? Okay. Let's see. At least the bots are watching. Okay. I think I'd be happy with 39. I paid 10 Canadian, so. The only reason I picked this one up too was it was new. It was in the box, which is a big benefit. All right, good. Bye. So it's 1, and that's 40. Maybe a little smaller. And we're on the board. Just want to say hello, hello, hello. Make sure I see those. Excellent. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so next, let's do. I picked this up today. More manga. This one's in better condition than the one I had. Hey, Doug, how's it going? Better condition than the one I had yesterday. I scanned quite a few manga books today, and this was the only one that I started to get. I can't remember how much I paid, since they seem to randomly just choose what you pay sometimes. The manga, a full moon was not enough. Yeah. So what a lot of people do will make these collections, sell them all at once. I don't think I can actually get them cheap enough to do that. Okay, so I'm not seeing that particular one for some reason. I'm just going to start the listing with this one. But what I'm going going to do is check Cherry. Doug, hey Doug. Hey Chop Chop. Are you listening, Chop Chop? Are you going out and finding stuff? Okay, so there's no specific one. So maybe I should have left this one behind. But I don't want to hold on to it. So we're going to ask $24.99. Else to be a good profit if it sells for that. And media mail. Shelf. Okay, UPC code. Probably when I was at the store, I only scanned the UPC code. 1504766. Oh. I'm going out, but only finding one or two things and list them when I get home, and I am out tomorrow. Hey, well, that's fine. You know, keeps things going. I actually, my friend of mine found, I would say this one's good, found a walking stick with a, we think it's gold. 2 out of 3 of us think it's a gold plating on top, like a thick plating, not just, you know, for around the handle. The other guy says it's copper. It looks gold to me, though, and I wouldn't just be saying that. So, and the walking stick is made of bamboo, and the initials on it are definitely 19th century style of initials. It's actually quite attractive walking stick, so good on him. Okay, so, oh yeah, I don't have a book one. Good use condition, has some wear. Bookmarks. That's good enough. Yep, bingo, another one. Okay. You can't go too fast today, because I don't have a ton of stuff, and I want to run out. So I'm going to start slowing down. I'm listing my old eBay items on Facebook. Yeah, I have a painting here that I want to definitely put on Facebook. I just haven't done it yet. I've been actually really busy running around a bit, so I'm going to be more efficient with my time, or I don't know, figure something out. I have a Bolo walking stick. Is green. See if I can look it up quick. Yeah, I never look at the walking sticks. I see them with the, I don't know why not. I look for bats. They're right with the bats. This one, my friend had, is very attractive walking stick. It was funny. Nice color. Aesthetically pleasing. And hopefully that handle is gold. So there are people who would spend money on stuff like that. Okay, so the next thing. What should we do next? Good old remote control, Sony. I remember once I mentioned that I don't look up remotes, if Sony remotes, if they have RMT, and immediately Tommy said in his nerdy voice, well, some of them have value. And yes, some of them do. This was a different RMT than I normally see. So I looked this one up, and this one was worth getting. So yes, some rules are not universal, but they're still handy. Okay. Sony RMT. Better be worth money now after I just said all that. We're going to ignore those cheap ones. We're going to go with this one. Ah, Canadian. I don't want a Canadian. Where's this one? I'm going to ask the same amount of money. Actually, what I'm going to do... Oh, this is not the same thing. Let's screw this up. CF CPA. All these minus signs and crap like that. It's kind of what I was talking about yesterday with the Excel sheet I was showing, that this is going to bring down my, that's still the same, my average selling price. But because there's no work involved, I actually don't mind. And I think I paid $2.99 for this. Ask a bit more. Greedy. Add the photos. Oh, we're okay. So we've got a new box today. That's exciting. C41. What I do is I go through all of my bins, and if they're folded a certain way, I know there's. Last time I was there, I figured there's enough room for more inventory. So when I'm writing new boxes, I just look for one of those and then grab it. Simple works for me. Get rid of that. Does it even say radio? No. Just can put that in. Radio cassette. There we go. So it's another one. 25. Hey, Philly. Thank you for coming in. Golden Girl Funko Pops. Good. Tell me when you're done and I'll add your exciting thing to the bottom. I didn't see the one yesterday, but 519 said he actually listened to something during the show and I didn't notice, so I added it to today's show. Cannot find it. We'll look for it tomorrow. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I was going to fix the banner just to get it going. So we got 3 done for a total of 90. I like simple math. And the goal, as always, is 500 for the show. But we'll see if that happens. Okay, next. No, well, I'll write it down. I'll put it on next show, though, okay? Is that all right? I notice you guys don't even bother with values. You just put numbers. See, this is how advanced my show is compared to yours. You should be very jealous. Of course. Okay, let's do this. Oh, no, I lost the ball. Picked up one of these today. And I don't think it's worth anything. But when I got to the cashier, I forgot to check it because usually what I do when I go to the thrift stores is I go around my little cart and I fill up with anything that I think might have value, and then I check everything out in the corner, and then I put everything back in the areas it's supposed to go into when I'm done. And sometimes I find when you go back to an area, either they put stuff out or you never notice it. And I meant to check this. Now, this is not a vintage one, and so I don't think it has any value, but I forgot to put it back. When I got to the cashier, I was just like, screw it, I'm buying it. It's $4. We are not worthy of your presence. Oh, wow. I'm glad you accept that. Oops. Get rid of that. There you go. Thank you for coming in, Philly. I do appreciate it. Okay, next. It was so cold in Ottawa today. It's like minus 20 Celsius. I don't even know what that is in freedom units. Orbit. Optical trap. Oh. I did test it. Thankfully, it had USB. All right, it's not worthless. $24.99. We'll try for that. Actually, I'm going to go 22 simply because I think that's pushing it. Bread and butter, bread and butter. It really didn't take a lot of work to test this. I also moved a bunch of crap into more info needed because it was annoying me. All that stuff I hadn't listed, and I need to research for. I feel bad because someone sent me a picture, all these pictures of their stamp collection. I said, oh, do you want to sell for me? And I said, well, send me a few pictures. And they sent me a ton, which is fine. It's just that I don't have time to go through it all. And before you know it, one day turns into 7, and then 7 turns into more. I'm not very good with my promises. Okay. So I try not to make them if I can. I'm not very good at it. Okay, there's a manufacturing number there. Yeah, it's the same. Perfect. 23. I'm going to make it 25 just for math's sake. It's cold here too, -7 in Canadian. I bought a bunch of portable heaters last week. They all sold locally. Yeah, I got one under. I have one, and I actually bought one of those fake fireplace ones. It's more powerful than this little guy here, and because the basement can get quite cold, and I don't like that with my inventory getting too cold. I just have to find a spot for it and unbox it and all that stuff. But I think Facebook Marketplace is definitely one of the most exciting things that happened last year. Everyone who's done it has really liked it. I've been resisting like an old man, but I've also said I will list on Etsy, and I haven't done that either. So, hey, Harry. Harry also has stuff that makes me feel guilty with all my typewriters just sitting around. So maybe one show I'll do that. Okay, next. Let's do something from the crate. Because we're plowing through stuff pretty quick. Birdie, the bus, Thomas, and Happy Face. And I can't remember how much this is worth. Drifting was fun today, though. I love it when you find things that you're interested in, like those toy soldiers I found. They're like I haven't opened the bag yet, but I see that they are at least some Britons and at least some marks in there, and definitely a lot of damaged ones. But that's okay. I only paid $5.99 a bag. I would have bought more. They had more. That was also made me think today that when you see vintage stuff come out, because this was on the cart when I just got there, and when you see vintage stuff, often that means that someone who has vintage stuff obviously is donating. And I probably should have waited around to see if more vintage stuff would come out on the cart of that time period. Okay, so this is it, but this is Australia. So let's just pay a bit of attention. Oops, not North America, fine. Include us Canadians. Let's get used. There she is. Right now I'm thinking $24.99. That's not the same thing. Mine's not in the best condition. So let's go $19.99. It's this one here. $19.99. I think it's fair. It's not trashed, which often happens with this Thomas stuff. It does get trashed, and kids playing with their toys. You keep them pristine for us resellers. Yeah, that's good. Good. And list. Yeah. The bolo walking stick is called Sir Geoffrey British. So when you say bolos, like this, is this when you have or something to keep an eye open for? Okay. Next. Okay, so birds, lovely birds, all shitting on the branch, or snow. Normally, I would not pick up something like this, and this one actually has. It's gonna be really hard to see. A little bit of damage right there. Yeah, you can see it. Just it's not cracked, but it's definitely damaged. But and they asked, oh crap, what it was $10. It was $10 or $12. I can't remember which. And I've been trying to get a little better at checking out this sort of object. And this looked like quality to me. So it looked like quality to me in the details on the birds, the stand, the little plaque. And I think this is kind of like when people are beginners, it's hardest thing to say to qualify what you mean by quality. It's kind of the sort of thing you have to actually touch and look at enough to get a feeling for. I'm not saying it's going to make me a fortune. I'm just saying sometimes it's best just to get something. So let's check this one out and hopefully. Still right? Actually, I'm going to keep it in my hands. Okay. Our fleet still got on. Yeah, okay, there it is. I think I bought this based not on a sold, but on a listed, which is not something I would do very often. However, look at this. Isn't that crazy? Now, best offer I don't trust, but they're over $500. And if you look at the plaque at the front, it's the same plaque as I have and the same stand. It's not this one, obviously. Mine are a bunch of birds shitting on the branch. And I don't see, this one's shitting on the branch, but that one's probably a lot bigger. Anyways, my point being that I'm going to remember to look for this stuff and not just zoom by it like I normally do. Especially if they're not asking a fortune. So now I know for sure that they have one listed. Freak that hot, heater's hot. Burning my leg hairs off. Where are my little birds? I know you exist. There they are. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll have to look at that. Walking sticks have been off my radar, and I don't know why. It's like I have all the good stuff to ship them. This is the Golden Girls for $125. Awesome. Okay, I'll add that to my little. How much for the burner leg hairs? Well, how much are you offering? You want my burned hairs? I'll send them to you. Okay. Oh, the sparrows. See if they're in Terrapig. Please, please, please. Look at this. Look at the price difference. 20, 25, 135. What the hell? Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Is this one round? That's a round base. I don't have a round base. I have a square base. This is a square base. Screw those round base. It's this different. So, what am I thinking? I'm going to go $99.99. Let's see how it goes. And maybe I'm like sniffing the wood here, but sniffing the wood, what does that even mean? $99.99. I think that's a bit more for shipping. Let's get the pictures going. Is that too many? No. Okay. We're going to start with this one. Good use condition. One bird has a slight mark, I'm going to say slight, has a mark as shown. Might be easy to hide. Leaving as is. We'll have other minor signs and marks from use. Good enough? It's definitely a shelf. I'm not sure about that number, so I'm just going to take it out. Birdies. What I'm thinking about is just the price I'm charging. If I get 100 for it, I would be happy. And also, I don't want that sitting on my shelf too long, because the longer it's sitting there, the higher the chance I'm going to damage it. But at least it's a new area I can start looking for, and I'll know something about. Well, what happens if I? Well, we can trade burned hairs. You have all those heaters. Okay. Big FaceTime. And we're gonna fix. We're gonna fix the banner. Golden Girls 125. Is that okay? So banners. Hide. Thank you very much for listening during my show. And I'm listed. Crap, I think it was 140. I'll have to check it again because I forget. See that? Yeah. 125. And got rid of it. Didn't save it. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself here. Okay. That took way too long. Got some to sell? Hey, I want commission if there's deals going on in the background for burned hair. Okay, let's continue on past this hilarity. Keyboard. So I used to pick up a lot more keyboards, and then I never see them anymore. I don't know why. And this one was kind of weird. Ew. It splits. And it's USB. Easy to test. And I paid $7.99 for that. Oop. Okay, so see this keyboard tester here? I'm not going to click on it because it might screw things up. You can just do your own search. But what it lets you do is you launch it in your web browser. Obviously, plug in the keyboard. And for every key you press on the keyboard, it makes noise. And it keeps track of what you've tested. So you can quickly test all the keys on the keyboard quickly without having to even look up to see if it's typing, because you'll hear it on that website. So if you do sell keyboards, I highly recommend its site. It's free. It's probably getting on your data when you launch it, but totally worth it. Maximum. It's still there. I'm not saying this one's worth a fortune, but it is worth the time. Let's check Terrapeak. That's not this. Am I missing part of it? The other thing with keyboards, if anyone's interested, is you should really make sure that these dongles are still there. A lot of the time they are not there. I won't buy one without the dongles. Okay, this is it. So mine's a slight different model. It doesn't have that gray stuff, but look, some of the oh, you can't see anything. Some of them have really good, quite good value. You just have to cover yourself in the shipping cost. So KB 210. Well, that's the model number. So this one's a shelf. Definitely not open box. Might not get quite as much money for this one as I wanted. Okay, that shipping amount's fine. Now I just got to figure out, is it missing part of the, is it missing the bottom part there? I hope not. There's a chance though it is. Okay. Some other ones don't, so I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to ask $59.99. And I'm not going to get that? That's okay. My cat's come to bitch at me. Okay, good enough. Spending too much time on this listing. And list. That's another one for 60. So 407. And then 205. 295. Quickly fix my banner. 7 and 295. I have 2 new sliding keyboard shoulders for sale. Maybe we can double team the buyers. You mean the ones that go into your desks? I haven't looked for those. There's so many parts of the store I'm missing out on. I took pictures of like plushes today, hoping that one day I'll actually research them. I'm not as scared as I once was for shipping that stuff. Because before it was a big pain with the big items to send to the United States, but now it's mostly weight. Yeah, the slide out ones. Okay. I'll have to keep an eye out for that stuff. A friend of mine also got a nice coin, antique coin drawer that someone, no, it's not antique, but it was like a little cabinet with sliding out drawers that you can put your coins in. I was like, oh, I kind of wanted that for myself, but that's the way it is. I'll have to check out that stuff because I'm sure it comes up once in a while. Okay, next. What's next? Okay, let's do. Wouldn't it be a show if I didn't do a camera lens? Yeah, the coin drawer was really nice. It it had little brass knobs, and I think there's 6 or 7 in the little cabinet thing, and each drawer had little kind of like that felty stuff with little pockets for the coins. It was pretty neat. Okay, so next we're gonna do zoom lens. I usually don't look at zoom lenses because I don't find them worth much, but it depends on my mood when I'm at the store. It's funny how when you find stuff, you find things. It seems in streaks. I'll find a ton of cameras, and I don't find any cameras. What am I doing? Which company is Minolta? Hopefully this one was worth my time. Just making sure it's the same amount. Yeah, it's the same amount. Okay, it sells for good money. I can do 79 if I can find an American one. Not from Japan. I'll do it. Okay, good. Do you buy things with the intention of making a bundle later, or just single items? Okay, that's actually a really interesting question, and something I struggle with still, and I struggled with in the past for sure. When do you bundle, and when do you do single? So my rule is bundling gets you less value per item, and with exceptions. And so if I can send it as one, I'll send it as one. And for me, it's like $15. So a good example actually would be the Tommy. So if I can sell that one train for $15 plus the $5 shipping, I prefer selling it as one. If it's not going to get me that value, then I'll lot. So I have some more common sets of Thomas, and I'll probably sell them in, get Thomas, a Percy, or whatever their names are. I'll figure out sets to sell as a lot, and hopefully for at least $30. 25 to $30 for a lot. So I do vary that, but that's my rule. I don't like itty bitty things in general. Like, so for example, you have to be very careful when you're buying stuff like this, because in your head you go, well, if each one is worth $2 and I'm only paying $6, then this is like $100 worth of stuff, right? But in reality, you can't really sell them for that much. And not necessarily someone's going to give you enough. So it's a bit of an art. I hope that kind of made clear my thoughts on it. Kinda. So the answer is it depends. I do like getting large bundles like that. like for example, the fairy ones I was showing earlier. Sometimes you also, the nice thing is you also get a surprise in there once, a positive surprise in there once in a while. Something really valuable that you had no idea about. But at the same time, what I find for myself is if I buy too much of that stuff, it ends up in my dead pile for years. So even though it's cheap, it's not going, it's has no value because it's not going anywhere. That's why I also really love this hobby or whatever. Oops, that's not the right one. Hobby or whatever, because there's always more things to think about and to learn. Now the price. I have a feeling that there's not a huge amount of demand for this because the ones in Terapeak all seem to be foreign. But you never know. Maybe someone's been waiting for this damn thing. So we'll do $79.99. If it sells for that, I'll be happy because I know I would not have paid a lot for a zoom lens because I'm not a fan of them. And I don't like that justification. I paid little, so I don't need a lot. But in this case, since there isn't a lot of demand, that's okay. That was 80, right? So. Tommy, bundles are a smart play because if you're not, you'll get stuck with the junk no one wants. Whenever there's an option to bundle, raise the average selling price, not get stuck with junk. It's the best move. Right, yeah. No, I agree with that. Sometimes when you bundle something good, when you have a bundle and there's something good in that bundle, you have to make the decision because I find you'll get less per item in the bundle. And you have to make the decision if it's the best idea to sell that separately or as kind of an enticement to buy that bundle because it has, that more special one in it. When I make a bundle, I want to make sure that it's at a higher price. Because I want a higher price. I don't want to just sell a bundle for like $10. And each piece usually I try to take good care of when it's shipping. And for that time, I want to make sure it's worth it. So it's a bit of an art. When there's an option to bundle, raise the average selling price and not get stuck with junk. Yeah, not getting stuck with junk because over there is stuff ready to be bundled. And the Thomas actually that I've been working on, as people have been watching us seeing, is a classic example of things sitting around way too long. Oh yeah, bundle some of the crap with the good ones. And it was, yeah, that's exactly what I was just thinking too. Yeah. If it's bad, I make a junk drawer lot. Yeah, Scotty was having success with those. It's not less per item if the items added won't sell or soon death pile, is it? True. That is, if it doesn't sell for sure, Orson, yes, I agree. But see, the reason this is kind of interesting because for the Americans, since your shipping is lower per item, our math is slightly different on that. But yeah, if it's sitting on your shelf forever, it has no value. For sure. It's always a game back and forth a bit with that. And I've learned quite a bit just from doing it and still learning, still making mistakes. Okay, we're getting to the desperate items. These are a couple of just brooches. I tried selling these individually. As an example of that. They didn't sell, so I'm going to try selling them together. And I'm not going to ask for a lot. Hey, David, thank you for coming in again. You're using ChitChat? No, you're getting similar prices to us now. Not quite the same. No, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than Canada Post. Like this would cost me about $6 Canadian to ship if it's not going through the mail post, which it might, but let's just say it's not. And that's, what is that? That's about $4 American. So I'm not quite sure how much that would cost you. It's very, very light. How much that would cost you to ship. There's more of an art to shipping here than anything else. Shipping costs are actually my highest cost. More than my cost of goods, more than my eBay fees, more than anything else. Supplies. Shipping cost is my highest. I think at 17%. I can't quite remember. I showed it yesterday. I don't remember. Okay. Let's ship this stupid thing. I mean, price this stupid thing. I probably should just donate these, to be honest. Manor. House. Yeah, it's thinking it's Disney. This ain't Disney. Oh, it's something moon. Blue moon. I'm gonna change that. Come on. I know there's other examples of this thing. I just want to get this done. Okay, screw it. We're going to pick this. Oh, it's UK, of course. We're going to pick this. Blue Moon Manor House. And I don't know how to spell brooch. Is that right? Wait, there's two. And C41. And I want this gone. So I'm not going to ask a lot. New with tags. Oh, I'm in a funny category. No? It's below my normal minimum. But I want them gone. And if they don't sell after a long time, I'll just get rid of them. Sold $10. That cost me more than $10 just dealing with it, which is why I normally wouldn't get stuff like that. Okay, we got 1 minute left, so we're going to just do one last thing. Depends where it's going. Our shipping is based on weight and zone. So for us, when we're shipping to the United States, we have flat rates based on weight. These are pins. Oh, did I say pens? You're right. Thank you. Man, I gotta go back to this listing now. Thank you for telling me that, though. Okay. When I type in David, one last one and we're done. Oh no, and it's only paint. Oh, wait. We're going to do this. We're going to do one of these. Yeah, it was doomed. That cost me so much money. So what's 12 ounces? I have no idea. I don't know your American Freedom units at all. Okay. We sell somewhere. Well, this will get us closest to as 500 as I want to get. Canadian small cents collection or album 1921 20 to date, I should say. Two coins. Being obsessed with looking at ancient coins lately. I have a few, but nothing like valuable or anything. It's like, oh, those are so cool. The problem is it's so easy to forge that stuff because, you know, they were handmade. So, and there's so many unique pieces because, well, they were handmade. All right. 340 grams. That would be about 7 or 8 Canadian. That's 15. $310. 400. So we failed today. That's okay. Well endowed. I don't know. What are you guys talking about? So that's 592. Yeah. Oh, they are similar. How would they do that? Because they have to make a profit when they're pulling the stuff across the border. That's strange. Not complaining then. Like for me, Chit Chat's I'm not going to go say saved my business, but made a huge difference where a lot of I can actually compete a little bit now. And I think there's less resellers up here, to be honest, because there's a lot of people will never ever use Chit Chats or any of the other competitive services for whatever reason they have. Okay, so that was the show. I listed a total of 10 items for a gross value of 400. Half of that will be net, so 200. You know, that's fine. That's enough for a day. Thank you for everyone who came to entertain me, and special thanks to 519 last time for listening with me, and also for Doug for listening with me. Hopefully we'll have a show tomorrow. We'll see what happens because I've gone through all my stuff. And I'm going to be missing that monitor, but I will try. Maybe if I don't have anything to show, I did an Excel sheet talking about slow dime versus fast nickel, and if we get real desperate, we'll show that for Wednesday so I don't cancel and get a bunch of heat from my viewers. So anyways, good night. Bye, Tracy. Thanks for showing up.